there.
You do it this time.
Okay, hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be doing, what did you call it the other day? You said let's do a
book review.
No, you called it something. It's like, oh, it's a book something.
Booktube.
Yeah, that's it. I was gonna say book talk, but that's TikTok, isn't it?
Yeah, that's TikTok. Is it blurry? No.
It's alright. I think so. I think it's,
I don't know. Yeah, it's fine.
We'll go.
It's just sad.
So yeah, we're going to do a bit of a book review today. Just kind of sharing some of our favourite books, a little bit about them. We've got our books here. Charlotte, show you.
Oh wait, hang on.
You showing the spines? Okay, so we're gonna just go through our favourite books, kind of give you a bit of what it's about, why we like the book, and if you think it's worth the read.
We could rate it out of 5.
Give it a, yeah, out of 5.
Yeah.
Do you want
Actually, to be fair, all of these are 5-star reads for me.
These are all 5-star reads.
These are all 5-star
These are a
reads.
5-star read for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But the thing is,
that's really annoying that all your books are different size.
The thing is that I've got a load of other books that I wanted to talk about, but they're all boxed up.
Oh, annoying.
So it's like, what books by...
She's moving!
I thought, where... I needed to find books that were just to hand.
Yeah, but they're all books
So
that you
these
like,
aren't like my favourite top 5.
Yeah.
These are more... I like them. Yeah?
I like them, would recommend.
I like them, I recommend, I can talk about them. So I've got a little bit of a guide to just follow, otherwise I'll just be talking.
Because she's silly.
And I'll forget what I want to say as well, so
yeah.
Okay, you can start.
Okay, so first I've got 2 books. I might as well, no, because you'll do it separately. Okay, so I've got 2 books by Colleen Hoover. So this one is called It Ends With Us. It's literally, trigger warning, like in
so I've
Colleen
got
Hoover books, because
Christmas.
Honestly, it is so good, but there is a lot of like...
Have you read this?
Yeah.
Looks fresh. You know, like a book's fresh on the shelf.
Keep them fresh.
Yeah, mine are pretty fresh. Yeah, they're right. But
yeah, it's like about sort of like domestic violence and stuff, but like the way that Colleen Hoover writes is just incredible, and she just really goes into detail and stuff about like things, and I think it's really important, especially when you're reading about something. You don't just want to skip over it, do you?
Can you give us a little brief what's about? I've got that. And
I'm reading the synopsis.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, this is called a synopsis.
What's the blurb?
A blurb
is the inside.
It's the inside. I think is like the... Is it?
I thought that was a blurb.
I think, is it not called both? I've always called it a synopsis.
That sounds very posh. Synopsis.
Synopsis. Okay, so it says... Do you want me to read the whole thing?
Just give me the first paragraph.
Lily hasn't always had it easy, but that's never stopped her from working hard for the life she wants. She comes a long way from the small town in Maine where she grew up. She graduated from college, moved to Boston and started her own business. So when she feels so when she feels a spark with a gorgeous neurosurgeon named Ryle Kincaid, everything in Lily's life suddenly seems almost too good to be true.
I like that.
So,
but the thing is, it starts with us and it ends with us.
Yeah.
So what one do you read first?
You read this one first.
It ends with us.
It starts with us. It's up there.
Because I tried to look at the order that she does her books. So you read that one first and then it starts with us.
But she's only just bought It Starts With Us out. I've read it already. It's really good. I like that one.
I've got both. I've got both for Christmas, but the It Starts With Us is a hardback.
Yeah, so mine's a hardback.
Are they all hardbacks? Because I knew.
Yeah, but you have to wait for the paper copy.
Yeah.
But I was like, I need to read it right now.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Alright, let's look at the first one. Okay, my first one, I kind of touched on it not yesterday, last week. You know when we had done a video last week. Atomic Habits. This one here. It's quite a nice...
It's a very big book.
So when I told you it's like a normal size, but it's quite big.
Yeah.
Like comparing it to the Queen, like it's just a... Like I think they're the same... Let me just get my points up on my phone. So, oh my god, have I deleted it? No, I haven't. No.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, so I spoke about this last week on YouTube, and it's just kind of basically how you create habits and actually stick with the habits, because when New Year comes along, we're like, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to eat healthy, I'm going to go to the gym, and then by like week 1, we've already lost the habits, we've just given up already. So it's just kind of showing how to make a small change to your daily routine, and it can make all the difference to become successful. How to remove areas of insufficiency and resistance from your own life, so how to like take out stuff that's just not working for you.
I need to read that.
You can read it. It's just I would recommend this book to anyone who is wanting to just kind of change certain aspects of their life, and just, they say by doing a 1% difference can make such a change. And when you think about starting something new, you think, I've got to put all my effort into it, I've got to put 100% effort into it, or it's not going to work. Yeah. Whereas it's just showing that if you put 1% effort in consistently, rather than doing 100% for like a week, the results will show.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's, oh, my toilet roll fell. Oh. So yeah, I really, really recommend this book. It's just so good, and it's such an easy read. Like, I thought when I picked it up, I thought, oh, is it going to be like an easy read?
It would look quite intimidating.
It looks, that's what I thought, because sometimes
I mean, there's not actually many words on the page.
And the thing I like with a personal development book as well is you can kind of stop it and pick it back up, and you don't have to kind of know, like, you obviously take what it's saying, but with like a story you have to remember. I like
these steps: cue, craving, response, and reward.
But that's what the whole book is. It's kind of in different stages.
Yeah.
So
I like that.
I highly recommend that book. I absolutely love it. It's probably one of my favourite books.
Good. Awesome.
Go on then, my love.
Okay, so next, another Colleen Hoover book. Sorry, obsessed. This one is Ugly Love, and the cover, so when I first picked this up, I was like, I don't really understand the cover. Honestly, when you read the book,
you understand it.
It is heart-wrenching. It is so sad.
Is she your favourite author?
She is literally my favourite. And Taylor Jenkins Reid is.
Since when did she become? Because I've not read
since I first started reading, literally.
See, I've only just recently heard of her because of that It Ends With Us.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. She is, honestly. The thing with, like, obviously you read quite a lot of books that are like help books,
personal development.
Like, I read a lot of books. I want to be out of my brain.
You want to sit in the bath and just
yeah. Honestly, like, I like to be like fully involved in the book.
Get lost in the book.
Yeah. So this one is literally about Tate and Miles.
Tate and
Miles, and it's like a brother's best friend. They fall in love. He is a bit like, I don't want anything. Like, he won't ever tell her anything about his life. And then, like, it all unravels, like, about him and his life, and
are they quite dramatic books?
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Very dramatic.
I'm getting quite like
suspense.
This one, is it suspense?
Yeah. So all of Colleen Hoover's books. Well, actually, no, not all of them, because I've read a couple that are a bit meh. Like,
but you've got your top.
November 9 is good.
Where's that?
And so you've got November 9 and Confess up there as well.
Oh,
which
yeah.
Is the
are they her older books?
Yeah. Well, no. Confesses, I think.
Yeah. I need to because you can go on to like Google and just type in and it tells you the order of the books, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No, you don't have to read them in
no,
order.
because she's only got, I mean, she's got series like Hopeless, the Hopeless, is it called Hopeless? Slammed. Is it the Slammed series? She has a couple of series and a couple of like duet books, but majority of them, like these three, you can read as standalones.
And they can just pick them up and read them and not have to. Lovely. Next one is by Fern Cotton, and it's called Calm.
I'm gonna read that.
This is a really good, again, it's such an easy read. So it just kind of speaks about, in today's world we find it so hard to relax and just completely just shut off, because we've got so much going on in our lives, like with
100%.
if you've got children and just everything gets in the way sometimes, and we struggle to just stop and just chill.
Everyone
do you know
does.
what I mean? I think we're so used to just always on the go, aren't we?
Yeah.
So yeah, she speaks about how mental health illnesses are rising, and more of us are just wanting just more peace and silence, and obviously calm. So it's just kind of ways of how to calm your mind, and there's like little activities in here that she does that you can do as well, which are really useful and helpful, I think. And she has two other books, which one is called Quiet and the other one's called Happy, and they're all kind of on the same lines.
I've never heard of those ones. I've only heard of Calm.
Yeah, I've read all three of them, but they're just really They're just a really nice, easy read. Like, you don't have to be too in depth. Like,
flick through.
That's good. But no, I like them, and she's got really nice like illustrations as well on the book. So if you like to flick through, you can see.
Oh, pretty. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, it's just nice. It's a really nice book. I love it.
Yeah.
And it's something that I could probably read again. Because probably about a year ago I read this, so I reckon I could.
I feel like this is a really easy read. Like, short paragraphs.
Easy.
You feel like you're accomplishing a lot.
And some people like take things in better when there's like pictures.
Yeah.
Like when you see here. And it says as well, like there's like things to do in activities in the actual book.
I could never write in the book.
See, I can't write in books. I can't do it.
No, I literally keep my books like so pristine.
Here, there's like little pictures and images, and it's just, I love it. But
really cute.
Yeah, that's my second one.
I'm gonna. I mean, I've got another Colleen Hoover.
Might as well just get
this one is Verity. This one is dark. This one is
the cover.
So dark.
It looks like it. That kind of.
It is literally like, I was reading it and I was scared. Like, you know when you're reading it and you're like, oh my god, oh my god.
Suspense.
Suspense is.
I like the.
So this is.
I like the cover.
Yeah. It's cute. Cute cover. So this book is about an author. She gets in an accident. I do quotation marks because if you read it, you'd find out.
Yeah.
She gets in an accident, so she needs to finish this book. So she gets a woman to finish the book for her, and she is this woman goes to the house, meets the husband. She's got kids. So she literally just spends all of her time like looking. Oh no.
Yeah, no, there's a bit of a crease in that one.
Oh no. Yeah, so she goes to the house. She's looking through all of Verity's stuff, and she finds this like story, like a letter, a diary, and it is dark, and like the whole thing is just crazy. Like, it gets you.
I want to read that.
Like, I read this. I'm not joking you. I read this in what, an hour and 45 minutes.
You just blitzed it out.
I literally was. I couldn't put it down. I was literally
I love
like,
that.
oh my God,
I think there's
oh my
nothing
God.
better when you find a book that you just are so engrossed
Yeah,
in.
all of Colleen Hoover's books, well, pretty much all of them have done that for me. I literally just want to read it all in one hit.
I love that. The thing with me is I tend to read more personal development books than like stories like these. But when I'm on holiday, that's when I'll take a storybook.
You indulge.
Or if I'm in the bath, I'll tend to read more of like an actual story. But my third one, which you kindly gave this to me to read, is The Paper Palace. And this is when I
had a 5-star read for me.
I had a bit of a break in reading, and then Charlotte was like, read this, you'll get back into reading. So I read this, and I just loved it.
You were in a reading slump.
I just couldn't stop reading it.
Yeah, it is so good.
It was kind of getting insight into how difficult even the most perfect relationships kind of look, and how they seem to be on the outside, and deep down on the inside they're not as they are. It's kind of like a traumatic like childhood event, and you kind of get brought into the mix. You go from childhood to the present, so it flicks through.
Yeah, it flicks back and forth.
Which I like that one. It's
that.
a bit of a back and forth.
Yeah. Sometimes it can get a bit confusing when books are like that, but she did it right.
Yeah, it was really good. I like how she done it. It was kind of easy to follow.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're a bit like, okay, whereabouts am I?
Yeah, like,
story.
oh God. Yeah, you get a bit confused.
You've got to go back to, obviously you've got this imagery in your head of what they're talking about, and then when it's like a childhood event, and you go back to the adult and trying to remember what you was visualising.
Yeah.
So, and I think reading this, you experience so many emotions reading this book.
Yeah, you do.
I just loved it. It was so good. So it's one of them books again. You can just blitz it out.
Yeah.
But
I read that one really quickly.
Yeah. It's got me back into wanting to read.
Yeah.
Because I was a bit like,
see, that's the thing. Like, it's trying to find. Because we both like reading, if you're in a slump, I can go read this, and then if I'm in a slump, I can go, Laura,
what book do I need?
What book do I need to get me out of the slump? And then it works every time.
Yeah, but no, this is honestly, it's such a good book. Who's the author? Miranda
Cowley. Hella.
I've not read any other books. Have you?
No, I haven't actually.
So what made you get this? Where did you get it from?
The Works.
Oh yeah.
I was literally, I was literally just flicking through to find. I can't remember what book it was, but I wanted a book. Flicking through to find it, and I read the the blurb.
The blurb of synopsis.
Synopsis.
I said that wrong then. Synopsis.
And I was like, oh, that sounds really good, and wasn't disappointed.
That's good. The works do well cheap books, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
I got a, so I like Page Toon as well, which is an author that I read when I go on holiday. And there was a book, and I think it's called like One Christmas or something like that, and it must have been £1.
Really?
And it had like a pound sticker on it, and I was like,
okay, thank you.
I'll have that. Thank you.
Okay, so
Book number 4.
book number 4 is One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. She also did Daisy Jones.
That name, have you said that name already earlier? Have you said that name? Have you said that author's name before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She does Daisy Jones and the Six, but this book was like a big top 2 for me. It's about this woman whose husband goes on a helicopter.
Yeah.
And he goes missing.
Oh.
And like years later, she's obviously like still grieving, and she meets this new man. And like she falls in love and blah de blah. Turns out husband wasn't dead.
Oh.
He comes back.
Oh, so she's like kind of carried on her life.
She's carried on her life. Her husband comes back and she's torn between the two.
That seems really, I want to read that.
You can borrow it if you want. Yeah, she's torn between the two, so she's like, do I go for this new one or do I
go back to
my husband? So she's actually dating the both of them.
Behind their backs? They don't
no,
know.
not behind their backs. It's sort of like...
No, I'm saying do the husbands know of each other?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
At the end. No, I don't think they do at first.
Because then obviously she's going between the two. She's a bit like secrets.
Yeah. I mean, I read this, like, my mind is a bit... Like, it was a top... Like, I remember a lot from the book, but, like, specific
sometimes I think
details,
when you read so many
like...
books, you forget kind of what's happened in the books and stuff.
Sorry,
okay.
camera died.
My fourth book is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. I think that's how you say the name.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Yeah. So I think there's a couple of these. Yeah, there is. If you can see on the back, there's a couple. I don't know if it's going to focus, but there's a couple of different ones that this author does, and it's just kind of teaching you how to become a better listener, how to not win people over, but more just building friendships and relationships, and a good way to create that bond with people.
Yeah. And
how to become like genuinely interested in people.
Yeah.
Rather than just
like meh.
Yeah, yeah.
You there's quite a lot of people that you just like listen to and you're like
goes in one ear and out the other.
Bless you.
But I think as well it also like makes like making the other person also feel important as well.
That is so important.
Making other people
I feel like
important.
that's why we work quite well.
Because
we get each other. It's always like, you have a problem, you come to me, I'm like in it with you, you know?
We go for that problem together.
And
then we get
figure out
of that problem together. Yeah. And it's just kind of a guide to understand like human nature and the importance of making others feel like valued and important, which I think is a nice read. It's quite like an easy read as well. And there's a lot of principles in this book as well. And yeah, an easy read. Absolutely love it.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that's my fourth one.
Amazing. So, Elle Kennedy, Good Girl Complex. She also has a second one that's just come out called well, it's not just come out, but she has another one that follows another one of the characters called Bad Reputation, which I haven't read yet. So this is about like a rich girl who loses everything, goes to live in a small town, and she meets this guy, and it's all a bit of a whirlwind. It's like a proper romance book. It's a really easy read. Like you can literally just like fly through this book. But yeah, she like meets this guy and things happen and blah de blah, you know, like a romance book does.
Takes you on a journey.
Yeah. Mackenzie. They call her Mackenzie. Mac. Yeah, so I'd really recommend this book. It's an easy read, a cute little romance. Yeah.
Just a nice,
it's just
an easy one.
I love an easy read. I like a book that you're literally like...
Because sometimes you have to really focus on what you're reading to actually understand
like the book that I'm reading at the moment, it's a real slow burn.
You have
like,
to kind of get into it.
I'm like halfway in the book and not really much has happened. I'm going to finish it because it's annoying when you don't
And the thing is as well, it's not like enticing for you to read more. Like, you're not like, I need to pick up, see what's happening next. It's more,
whereas all of these books that I've shown today are literally either so suspenseful and I'm like, I need to like pick it up, read it, or it's just like a real easy read, cute romance, like a mixture.
That's the thing, it's nice having like a variety, isn't it?
Yeah, and the chapters are really, really short as well. They're literally like, what, 3 or 4 pages long.
Which are easy. I think if you want to get into reading, it's a nice way
That's
to
exactly
get into it.
why it's an easy read, because you think, oh, I've read a chapter, I might as well read another one. Oh, I've read that one, might as well read that one.
Because if you've got a chapter that's so long, you find like, say if every night you do like a chapter a night, and it's so long, it's like, if you just want to have a quick pick up, you've got to read the whole chapter.
Yeah. You've got to read like 30 pages and you're like, oh, yeah, annoying. Okay.
So my last one is The Universe Has Your Back by Gabrielle Bernstein.
I heard of her.
She is amazing. She does like loads of meditations. She's just really good, like kind of spiritual and all that kind of jazz, you know?
All that jazz.
So she explores the importance of spiritual elevation, meditation and ways to live by a mantra that serves you in your self-discovery journey. So kind of just finding who you are, right? And your purpose. It gives you so much courage to want to make changes in your life.
That's really enticing, that how to feel safe
and trust your life no matter what. So it's just kind of putting yourself out there in a way that you probably wouldn't before. Yeah. And a lot of people have said this book has kind of given them that awakening or that kind of what they needed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think, which is good. It's all about being in a place where regardless of what's happening around you, you can always trust yourself and the process. Like you can, so if you're starting something new,
I always say that, always trust the process.
So if you're starting something new, rather than having them self-doubt, so like, is it going to work? Should I keep putting the effort into doing this? It's just trusting the process and just keep on going, because then you'll finally see results.
I think that's so important in trusting the process. Like, yes, things might go
get in the way,
or always trust the process.
Always trust the process. And you also get given little tasks as well in this book, which I find really helpful.
I love a book that gives tasks.
I do, because then you can actually then adapt on them. You can do the
instead of just reading it and then going,
okay, do that now, and just put that back in the bookshelf. You can actually kind of then implement it in your life. Yeah. And again, a really good read, and it just helps you to kind of just let go and just trust the process. As we said
the process
3 million times. But yeah, honestly, and if you're into your kind of spiritual side, her meditations are so good. Like, she's got such a calming voice. She's just, she's so good. But she's got a couple of other books out as well. But this one for me was kind of my favourite that she's done. And a lot of people have said
it's quite nice.
Yeah, really nice. And it kind of tells a bit about her life and how she's got to where she's got to by doing these type of things in the book. And it's really good. Absolutely love it. But we do want to also speak about Goodreads, don't we?
Yes.
So we both have an app called Goodreads.
It's amazing.
It's really, really good. If you're into your books, it's so good. Like, it really helps you. So you can do reading challenges on there. So you can kind of set a task for the year of how many books you want to read. So I think
I did that last year.
Yeah,
I went over.
Did you?
Yeah, I hit the target and then went over.
I think my target's always been 24 books a year, which is obviously 2 a month. But I'm in my 3rd book now, so obviously I'm still in the 1st month. So it's but it gives you kind of reading challenges. You can like have friends on there and follow, and then you can.
It's good because like we can sort of like see each other. It comes up on like on
your like
notifications, like, oh, Laura's finished this book or Laura's started this book, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
And you can update your process or your progress. So like, say if you started a book and you read 10 pages, you can like
then put I'm 10 pages in.
You can scan the book and then it will pop up, and then you can say I've read 10 pages, and it will say you're 50% through or you're 20% through. And
I think it's really encouraging when you do that, because you're like, oh,
I'm halfway.
Halfway. Yeah. When it's it's like, that's what I like about the Kindle, is that it tells you a percentage
of how far you are,
and it will tell you how long you've got left. If you're with your reading pace, it will say I don't know, 6 hours and 40 minutes left of this book.
Yeah, and I just love it, because then when you go onto the app, one of Charlotte's books that she spoke about today, I can type the author's name in or the actual book title, and it'll come up and you can click want to read, and you've got kind of like a little want to read list. So then if you want to then be like, oh, what book should I buy next? Have a little look at your list, and then I can see what books Charlotte's favorited, or
you can see what I've read,
I can see what you've read, what you're currently reading, and it's a really good way of just kind of keeping it all on the app, isn't it? Like, there it is. It's called Goodreads, the little G on the icon. And then when you go on it, we'll just quickly, there's me, my little profile there. Sorry, get your head out. You can just kind of see your reading challenge, all the little bits there. Thanks for watching, guys. We hope you enjoyed our little book review. If you want to see more of these, then
we've got plenty.
We've got plenty of books. We've got plenty. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.